Alright. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Monkey D Theodore. I hope you enjoyed this video we're about to get into. And also, if you like the video, like and subscribe, share with your family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's get into the video. Today we're gonna be reacting to how an MLB stadium feeds 40,000 fans every game, from hot dogs to lobster. MLB is baseball, okay? Baseball in the US. Alright, let me stop yapping. Let's get into the reaction.
How do you feed the population of a small city almost 4 times a week for 7 months straight? And how do you deliver a massive variety of food styles at high level quality over and over and over?
Welcome to game day. We're here. We've been
Let's
cooking
go.
since 6 a.m. We're going to keep cooking till 9 o'clock tonight. We're doing hot dogs. We're doing hamburgers. We're doing
40,000
we're doing
people.
lobster.
A lot of people will say, what are you thinking? We are the Atlanta Braves. We do things different.
We are the biggest restaurant in the Southeast on a game day. We have the best food in baseball.
Wait, he said they've been cooking since 6 a.m. and it's 9 p.m. But look at this, right?
We have the best.
There's like 20 restaurants right here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, 21 restaurants. But they've been cooking from 6, now it's 9. Are they like, do they supply the other restaurant or the one restaurant? But let's go though.
Baseball.
Feeding a crowd.
Here we
let's
are
go.
in Truist
Let's
Park.
go.
We're in the heart of Braves country right now. We will feed more than 40,000 fans on a nightly basis, and we will do that 81 times throughout the
3
regular
million
season this
3
year.
million fans
Oh,
per season.
how many hot dogs do you think we make?
700, 800,
How many burgers?
at least 600.
The fun part about this is I love math. It's all stats. How many hot dogs is everyone going to eat? How many sodas are they going to drink? How many gallons of beer do we need? One person might eat 3 hot dogs. One person might eat 0. So is that 1.2? So 1.2 times 41 times 81. I mean, we're going to sell 1 million hot dogs this year. That's going to be almost 100 miles of hot dogs laid end to end. 76,000 pounds of brisket. It's going to be the equivalent of
Americans are so funny to me when they do that with that measurement. You know, like, they'll be like, the lung's as big as a golf course. Okay, gang, how many people do you think have seen a golf course to understand what you mean when you say the lung is as big as a golf course, right? I know like a mile is like 1.3 kilometers. But when you say hot dogs create 1.3 kilometers of like, it doesn't sound that impressive to someone like me, genuinely. You know what I'm saying? But okay, let's continue.
miles of hot dogs laid end to end. 76,000 pounds of brisket. It's going to be the equivalent of 25 cars. 130,000 gallons of beer this year. That's the equivalent of about 7 swimming pools.
Okay.
And I'm only going to have a little bit.
Okay.
At the center is executive chef Jaco Dreyer.
Maybe I just too early. It's low-key interesting to be told metrics like that. Let's continue though. Hold on.
Running a system of nearly 2,000 people powered by
Executive
Delaware
chef.
North, the Braves food and beverage partner at Truist Park. For weeks now, approximately 7 trucks a day have been unloading everything this operation depends on.
We go from 0 to 100.
I bet it's easier to be a lead chef in a situation like this where the food prepared is all just junk food. Like, it's not Michelin 5-star meals, just junk food. Don't you think? I think so. I think it might be easier. But let's continue though.
You know, in a matter of moments. Once the pallet drops on the dock, it gets dispersed throughout this building.
For each homestand, he unloads 650 gallons of ice cream, 8,000 pounds of popcorn, 18,000 pounds of cheese, and over 73,000 pounds of French fries will pass through this loading dock. Enough
Okay.
bread, produce, and beef to sell nearly 15,000 burgers, sorted, staged, and sent through the maze of Truist Park.
You know, for today, this is all the bread that we are planning on serving. We do go through thousands and thousands of packages of nuts. It would not be a ballpark without nuts.
And during opening week alone, Chef Jaco walks almost 9 miles a day, keeping the whole machine moving. Because different parts of the stadium are fed in different ways, ingredients are first routed to several central kitchens, like the concessions, main production, and commissary kitchen, which may contribute to the concourse operations, or the Delta kitchen, which is connected to the club spaces. These fully equipped kitchens are where most of the prep and cooking gets done, by roughly 400 cooks, 50 stewards, and 9 chefs. From these hubs, food moves out to its
100
next
cooks.
stop. For concessions, by far the largest operation, that means feeding nearly 90 stands across the stadium, many without the same space for full production. From kitchen to customer, every step is determined by where it's going and how it's served. There's a wide range of food experiences. Out on the concourse, it's classic ballpark staples. Premium stands push things a bit further, more complex, but still built to move. And in the clubs, like the Delta Club or the Truist Club, it shifts into an elevated restaurant-style experience. On a day like this, with an evening game, the main kitchen is up and running by 5 a.m. The commissary, Delta, and concessions kitchens are not far behind and open at 7. By mid-morning...
Excuse me. I have a homeboy who worked at Square Mart. Right, he worked at the Square Mart bakery. He says they used to go to work at like 4 a.m. Because he'd get up at 4 a.m., get ready to go to work. At 4:30, he'd get up and go to work, and then get there at 5 a.m. And then they'll start they'll start baking at 5 a.m. in the morning. 5, 6, 7, 8, the store opens. And then when we get into the store, we find fresh produce, fresh bread, fresh everything. It's because they got in there at like 4:30, at 5 a.m. Which is so amazing to me. Like, I feel like we don't give bakers, and I feel like we don't give people that work general jobs enough credit. That's why I feel like it's something that you gotta experience at least once in your life, like working in a bakery, working like a service job.
All
Shout
four
out to
kitchens
those
are
people,
buzzing
man.
with less than 6 hours till gates open at 4:30. The concessions team begins heating the proteins for the day, meats they've seasoned from scratch and prepped in bulk. It's all designed to make the most of limited space. Small footprint, massive output.
This is the main concessions production kitchen. This is where the tire meets the track. If you look at the size of this kitchen feeds 42,000 people. We have all of this data right next to you that tells us where is everything going by quantity. From here, it gets dispersed up into the stands.
Chef Yako's system is meal prep on steroids. 8 weeks before opening day, the concession team starts bulk producing proteins, since it's one of the most demanding parts of the process.
It's just too much quantity. Bulk production is items that we know takes more than 2 hours to produce.
Like, how much
so
do they
I would
spend on
identify
this?
all my proteins. We smoke brisket, we grill chicken, we smoke pork butt. It has to get pulled out, has to get chilled, and then
And
we
also, like,
bag
who
it, label
owns
it,
the
vacuum seal it, and
kitchen,
place it
right?
in the freezer and or in the refrigerator.
Oh, the
we choose to
GM,
find
the
small
GM.
nuances
Okay.
and efficiencies throughout our operation. As an
General
example,
manager.
8 packs on each shelf. Each bag at 5 pounds a piece. 2 bags, that's $40. 3 bags, that's $60. 4 bags, that's $80. All right, everybody. This is what I call the pull thaw cooler. If you think about in your mom's house, you can pull something out of the freezer, you can run it under water, and it goes right into the frying pan. Over here, I don't have that luxury. We allow it in a safe space and environment to thaw out naturally. Once it's thawed out, we will take it up and send it to all of the stands and disperse it accordingly. We don't get
Do you know what you should never thaw out meat using the sun? Like, you should never put meat outside to thaw out. It's better to run water through it or just put it there and let it thaw out, take a long time, whatever. Did you know that?
guess what goes where. So a lot going on, but a lot of fun.
And if you think 8 weeks is a lot of lead time, Chef Yako began designing the 2026 menu all the way back in October of the previous year. Everything has to be shaped and adjusted around what actually works at this scale. So 5 months is necessary for pressure testing. Because if something breaks, it's going to break thousands of times.
Concessions is fast-paced. So when I do design a menu for our concessions, I think about, first and foremost, the speed.
And what that means, there's 41,000 people that have to be fed in about 4 hours. So we have to have what they want ready when they want it. And that's why we're always trying to figure out, how do we become faster? How do we boil it down to just the bare minimums that have the most flavor and the most excitement? We want to make sure their beer is cold, because I'm in charge of making sure the beer is cold. We want them to be able to take it to their seat.
You know, can they walk from the concession stand and maneuver themselves throughout to get to their seat and eat it without making a big mess on themselves? It doesn't seem complex. It's a hamburger or a hot dog, but you know, if I ask you to make me 24 different types of hot dogs, I'm sure you'll scratch your head.
Concessions is also more than hamburgers and hot dogs. Premium offerings like the tacos created by
I like that they consider it with the food. At the stadium, when we were hosting the World Relays, right? You would get the first of all, the food that was being sold inside, there was like a stall for KFC. I don't know how KFC went a stall there, but they had a stall. And the other food were hot dogs outside, or the people were walking around with hot dogs. Those hot dogs had too much sauce on them, and they were also doing those small bun, big piece of, you know, the hot dog. The hot dog was just too big, and then the bun was too small. So when you bite the other end, it falls the other end. Like, I like that they're considering Is the food getting you messed up? Do you like the inconvenience of you experiencing what you're there to experience? Like, I'm here to watch the game. I want to focus on the game. I don't want sauces falling on me, and I have to like. That's so smart. That's so smart, man. That's so smart. That's impressive. I like that.
Michelin star winning chef Carlos Gaitan have to deliver authenticity.
It's like the
and
small
flavor
things you
at
never think
game-based
of, but
speeds.
it's very
That's way different
you
what
know,
I'm
the
normally
conveniences
do
of
when you
life.
create the menu.
Like having a block
according
nose.
to the place that you're gonna be. If you're gonna be doing like 5,000 tacos, it has to be something very simple, very easy to execute. If you do a burrito, it's about 7 to 8 steps. And when you do a taco, probably it's gonna be only 3 steps. I want people to do it faster and do it the right way.
The stadium's most premium dishes can be found at its clubs here. Presentation matters, which means the structure and sequencing of the preparation is critical.
So out of this kitchen, we are catering to the Delta Club and the Choice Club. The Choice Club is an elite club serving about 180 to 200 guests, and the Delta Club serving about 1,300 to 1,500 guests. The menu needs to be geared for the volume that we do and the time constraint that we have. We don't cut corners. You have to think about the process.
The Truest Club operates like a restaurant. Yes, we do have a buffet, but all the food gets fired a la minute, meaning there is absolutely nothing sitting in a box.
À la minute. Cooking to order, not in advance. In this setting, it doesn't mean starting from scratch. No one's waiting 12 hours after ordering a braised brisket. It's about finishing touches right before serving.
Server will come to the kitchen. Chef, we need more short ribs. Chef will fire the short ribs back into the oven, get it hot, get it glazed, place it into the pan, garnish it, re-season it, and go out.
There are those dishes that you cannot scale up. So that's why we're trying to make sure that everything we do is thought out. For example, a small, thin pieces of fish overcooks very quickly. So we tend to buy kind of big fish and to have a nice fillet of fish on the menu. We try to roast whole meats and carve versus single pieces of meat. Or like today,
I
we're
wonder how
doing
much
a
they get
whole roasted
paid.
chicken because
Like
it
the
stays
cooks,
juicier.
not like the
How
chef,
is
the lead
guest
chef, like the supervisor,
getting
like this guy,
food?
like
It
just
might
the
be
guy who
great when it
cooks.
comes out of the kitchen, but then if it sits there for a half hour, how does it look? How does it eat?
By the afternoon, the Delta kitchen is in full swing, par cooking large batches of proteins, pastas,
These
and
guys,
vegetables.
these guys.
Now is the time to pay attention to more delicate items which have been scheduled for the last possible minute to preserve quality and
getting
freshness at scale.
If you have tomatoes on the sandwich, you want to be as far as possible from the bread, otherwise the bread will get soggy. If you have many components of a salad, we don't toss all the ingredients together because when you mix all the salad with all these ingredients, all the little ingredients fall on the bottom of the salad. We layer the ingredients. The lettuce goes on the bottom, toss a little bit with vinaigrette, and then all the ingredients sprinkled on the lettuce.
That's so interesting. Come on now. Come on now. That's so interesting and so cool. Like, but they're saying like if you're making like a sandwich and it has tomatoes, you gotta put the tomato the furthest from the bread so that it doesn't make the bread soggy. Like, it's the small things. Thank you
And then
for
we
being
add
so
another layer
considerate.
of lettuce. Like if you
I would have
build a
never thought of
lasagna.
that.
For us, it's so important, utilizing
This is why chefs
ingredients
are so
fresh.
important in life.
You want to do a guacamole for 400 people, the first thing that you have to have ready is the lime juice. So it's going to help to preserve the avocado. Cut the avocados, but you don't open it until you got everything else. Diced tomatoes, diced onions, julienne cilantro, and then you open it, take the pits out. Otherwise, the avocado is going to turn color. It's doing it the right way all the time.
Carlos's team will go through almost 300 avocados, 3 cases of cilantro, and over 190 pounds of jalapenos in each 3-day homestand. About an hour before gates open, food for concessions is finished, loaded into carts, hot boxes, and coolers, and pushed out to nearly 90 stands across the concourse. These concession stands can handle up to 1,000 orders per game. They don't need or use ticketing to process orders from their simple menus, which keeps food getting into fans' hands that much faster.
The reason why I separate the cheese, because of the fast pace that we at, it's just easier for the crew to grab it. That way when it come off the grill, we can just plop it on and go.
Opening week, they alone sold 14,800 burgers. That's almost 30,000 slices of cheese. If that trick saves a second per slice, you're looking at over 8 hours saved already, just on cheese. That's the system. 1,000 small decisions adding up. Most of the concessions menu keeps it simple, fast, repeatable. And then there's this thing.
It's the bat flip. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a beast, but it's a beautiful beast. We are the Atlanta Braves.
I would like
we
to
wanna
order me one.
wow
Wow.
our guests. The bat flip is a 7-inch hamburger bun braised pork belly 2 patties, truffled cheddar cheese, beef short rib, fresh jalapenos, crunchy fried onions, 2 fried eggs, just topped off with chipotle aioli. I know someone out there is going to try to finish
doing
it,
too
and they might
much.
succeed.
Something like this, a burger the size of a baseball hat, should slow everything down. But it works, because every part of it has already been built into the operation. The long stuff happens early. Aioli, made in-house, bagged, ready to go. 3 different proteins, each handled at a different stage. Short rib, batch produced, portioned, and ready in the pull thaw system. Pork belly, sliced and par cooked ahead of time.
The beef itself gets made in the production kitchen downstairs. I had to decide whether it's gonna be lean, whether it's gonna be fatty, what type of seasonings am I gonna put in there? Do I want like a bunch of crunch with the onions and the peppers, or do I want a smooth bite?
Then there are the parts of the process that only happen day of.
The bread comes in from TGM.
I was like, hey, can we get a 7-inch bun made? So we reached out to a local bakery, and she came back 3 days later, and she's like, I got your bun.
We go ahead and cut it,
Bro,
put it back in a bag.
One of my hobbies is baking, right? And I've been trying for a long time to perfect this bun. Like, I've been trying to perfect a bigger bun for a long time, and I'm failing, and it's getting to my head. Every time, you know what happens? It's either the bread is fluffy, right? But it's just not the right type of fluff. Like, I want the right type of fluff. I want the fluff where you can peel, like, you can peel sort of the skin. You know how a burger bun is? I want that fluff. I just can't reach it. Or sometimes it's just too hard and too heavy. I don't know. Next time, I'm gonna have to do like a video of me trying the bun. Like, I have to perfect it.
We'll actually take
And
the
I want to
onions
figure it
off
out.
because
Hold
it
on.
keeps the
The thing is, I want to figure it out by myself. I don't want to follow a recipe. I don't want to follow like an ingredient book. I feel like I've been baking for so long. I should have figured out the bun by myself at this point. You know what I'm saying?
freshness, it keeps the crunch. You cannot teach, develop, mentor anybody by opening up a bag. There is no basic fundamentals. Buying stuff that's pre-cut, pre-diced. I know
I've never
I can
had
buy
fried onions
tomatoes
before.
sliced. I think there is stadiums that gets free sliced tomatoes. I don't think anything is wrong with that. Feeding thousands and thousands of people, you have to do what's right for your operation. Lettuce, I'm identifying any, spoiled or blemished such as this. So I know what our guest is having and experiencing is ultimately the best. From
Yes,
there,
sir.
we will build out the station in order of the sandwich.
And then there are the parts that happen a la minute.
We're always thinking about
mean,
how do I
you-
get this to the guests quickly? So we are going to have burgers going nonstop. The eggs will be over there. That'll get cracked when you order it. Really, it's mostly
I
assembly.
feel like to be a great
It's
chef,
just
you have to
that
have
egg has to
OCD a
finish
little
the
bit.
dish.
If you think about efficiencies within the kitchen, everything does not come down to the ingredient.
You create a system
It's a
that
beautiful
helps
burger,
you
boy.
to have a continuous service. You want to build the intensity of the service, build it up until you reach the peak. And once you have the peak, you say, wow, that was easy.
Yeah.
Every single hot dog we do touches a grill. It gets a grill mark on it. That's not normal for 1 million hot dogs.
I work for the Atlanta Braves, and so I don't think there is anything too complicated to pull off. We will find a way to execute it.
The work at Truist Park is never done. Even after tonight's last out, tomorrow will bring over 40,000 new fans, and the whole operation starts
Bro.
again.
If I can take something as simple as food and make you smile, that for me is a job well done. That's why I got into cooking.
Anyways, this was such a great video. I was very curious about that. I love the video. And if you love the video, please like and subscribe and follow me for more. I could say like and subscribe. Why would I say follow me for more? It should be like and subscribe for more, right? Yeah. Like and subscribe for more. If you watch the whole video throughout, I appreciate you. Comment, we love big burgers. If you watch the whole video through, comment, we love big burgers. Let's go.